third genre that I have looked at is anime. I think that this genre can be many things, but I've chosen 2 anime programs that I used to watch as a child, so are aimed at that age range. The conventions that I would expect to find in this genre at this age range would be things like good morals and nicely natured people and characters, cartooned and in the typical Japanese design, good guys that stop the bad guys from succeeding, mostly happy endings, sometimes ending on cliffhangers, cute and fictional animals or creatures, characters that are happy most of the time with lots of friends, and teach the audience lessons of goodwill at the end. The 2 animes that I have chosen to analyse are Cardcaptors and Pokemon. Cardcaptors is about a girl who opens a book full of cards and they fly out across her area and cause mischief, so she has to go and capture them. This also has some fantasy elements, but it is primarily an anime. It is aimed at children of 5 and upwards so that they understand what is going on the screen. It has many conventions that make it an anime. For example, you see the typical Japanese style of cartoon as soon as you see the characters in the first scene, and even in the opening sequence. You then see the nicely natured people as they are complimenting a character that was nervous. They also applaud her and make her feel happy. This supports the convention, and also that it is for children because, like most children's animes, are more likely to feature nice people and innocence because of the age they are aimed at. You also see that there are a lot of friends because they are all sat in a big circle and being nice to each other. Then you see Kiro, who is a cute fictional creature. He interacts with the main character and helps her succeed when they are trying to capture mostly evil spirits. So he helps her succeed over her enemies, which is another convention. There is goodwill running through the whole episode. Like here, she is getting upset because she thinks that her friend is losing her voice. It's her fault, when actually it isn't. This shows how nicely natured people in children's animes can be. This promotes a good response for the children because it would make them consider being nice to other people too, so it would get the approval of parents. You then see the main character capturing the evil spirit that took her friend's voice, so this shows the good succeeding over the bad, so another convention. It also shows the good nature and good morals of the characters because they try their hardest to make sure that their friend gets her voice back and that she is as okay as possible. The narrative for this program is linear because it flows from the beginning to the end. However, it does have some non-linear aspects, such as flashbacks or memories. For example, here you see a flashback of something that happened in a previous episode. This is anti-realist because of the use of magic and evil spirits. Also, it is in cartoon anime format, so it doesn't even look realistic. The ending for this is closed because the problem is solved and there isn't anything to suggest that there could be something to follow from the events of this episode. So it is closed and there is no to be continued. The format for this program is a series because it follows the same structure as all of the other series programs that I have looked at. Also, it follows that there is mostly closed endings and there are a certain number of episodes per series. The next and final program in this video is Pokemon. This is a children's anime where people own cute and made-up creatures called Pokemon and train and battle them to earn money and increase the Pokemon's experience so that they can evolve into other Pokemon. This has conventions of an anime, firstly because of the type of cartoon. Again, it is clearly a Japanese style, so it fits the anime convention. Next we see the trainer with the Pokemon. This Pokemon is a cute and made-up creature, so it is also fitting the convention. You then see the act of goodwill when the trainer can prove that he is who he is, and the policewoman takes him to the hospital to make his Pokemon better. This is another convention that fits in with the genre. We then see the good guys defeating the bad guys when Team Rocket tried to take some Pokemon and Pikachu manages to defeat them with a gang of Pikachus. This shows the convention of friendship as well because of the way that the main male character shows sorrow and regret for what happened to his friend Pikachu. So there is this in the anime as well. Finally, we see a happy ending where the Pokemon get delivered safely to the next town over and the bad guys are defeated and the character makes a new friend. So everything ends nicely and flows on to the next episode. So this is a nice convention to end on. The narrative for this program is non-linear because the episodes don't end conclusively. They are open-ended and ask questions about what is going to happen in the next episode to keep the audience watching. There is also a recap at the beginning of each episode, so it is a sort of flashback to previous events. So this is another aspect that makes it non-linear. This is an anti-realist narrative because it is a cartoon and isn't believable at all because of the made-up creatures that the stories revolve around. Also, the locations are made up and the general world isn't real. These episodes also have open endings because one story flows through all of them, but doesn't have a definitive ending because more and more storyline is being created with the invention of new Pokemon and new places and things that happen, so this might not ever have a closed ending. The format for this program is a serial because it flows constantly and doesn't ever seem to have a definitive end. Pokemon started many years ago and is still making new episodes now, so we don't know when it will end, and the story is continuous and flows nicely, so this makes the format a serial. So this concludes the how-to video about genres and their conventions, narratives and formats. I hope you found it helpful. Thank you for watching.